saw some overpaid hog YouTuber sitting for tea with a man that groomed and assaulted me, I'd be sick to my stomach. Fuck all of you for inserting yourself into something you don't understand. I don't give a shit about your NPC talking points. You don't know what this kind of trauma is like, and you don't give a shit about children or victims. I'm humiliated I even had to talk about this, but getting called a pedophile for months on end has been crippling on my mental health. Fuck you all. I hope you get exactly what you deserve. Okay, a few things. 1. How is he going to complain about being called a pedophile, when in the same thread he referred to Alex Rosen as a predator? And remember, he insinuated 4 times in his original video that Alex is a pedo. No self-awareness or anything here. 2nd, Alex doesn't have tea with these groomers. He's coaxing them into having a confession. He's pretending to be nice to get them to confess. No matter how many times you explain it to him, Ethan will never understand. 3rd, of course this guy is playing victim. He started this drama, of course, but he can't stand the same amount of hate that he dishes out. You getting assaulted as a child doesn't make you automatically correct. The comment...
Peed in online Wojak. I'm a sad, lonely something. I don't know what that says. Here's some embarrassing information about me. Please don't bully me with it. Right. Oh. I mean, where's the lie? Where's the lie?
Returned off, with a quote tweets of photos responses. A lot of them just call him a pedo, but some give valid criticism. Translation: I made a garbage, bad faith hit piece where I was being a dishonest piece of shit, and people called me out for it and disputed my claims. So I'm going to weaponize my story of CSA to play victim, instead of admitting or understanding why I was wrong and apologizing.
I will say, like, dude, it is very obnoxious how some people have got this perception that unless you're endlessly wood chipper posting, you actually think that, you know, pedos are okay. Right? It's like, no. Right? I think that you can offer criticism of some of this predator catching stuff in a reasonable way, in a fair way, in an honest way. And you can even be supportive of the idea of these people being locked away and then dealt with appropriately, right? You don't have to go full wood chipper posting to genuinely take it seriously. But then it's like with Ethan, I'm like, but you acted like a totally smug loser and were substantively wrong on the facts. Like, I don't think it's right.
Some of these bosses are so annoying.
I think it was right to say you were okay, no, we're just oh, that's satire, okay. But I can understand people looking at this. You're attacking the guy putting away pedos, and you're doing it in a very obnoxious, smug way. Like, yeah, of course you're going to get called a nonce by these right-oids. They're going to see you exactly like that, especially when you trans out. Not that I agree with that, of course. We love trans people.
Now get in the meat grind a little bro.
Okay, dude. Can you just chill out with some of these tapes, okay? Listen. Thank you for the super chat.
Harassing? You made a shit video and put it out there for the public to react to, exactly like you wanted. But because you're not getting the reaction you wanted, you're crying victim. That's not harassment, you disingenuous piece of shit. I said, here's all the useless online-isms exemplified through this drama. Make a video in bad faith with weak evidence. Bring politics into it for no reason. Make fun of someone's looks despite fighting for body positivity. Spoke out on Twitter in response to reasonable criticism. And then Alex wrote, you wanted to make a dumbass hit piece about me. Now you're getting your reaction. Are you mad that I'm not just allowing you to steamroll me and making you look like a complete coward by publicly asking you to debate and you refusing? For you, bro. This is the face of a clown that can't take the heat.
Based.
By mid-2024, the condemnation against Ethan was the highest it's ever been. His uploads still get decent views, but they slowly dip below 100,000 views on average. I guess normies don't want to watch. The celebrity blackout is a mess. New York's unhinged cop mayor, and fake fruit is taking over TikTok. Nobody was really talking about these videos, but instead some of the live streams Ethan did on Twitch. The first stream of note is from July 9th, where Ethan gets asked about queef jerky.
That was class.
Do you still fuck with queef jerky?
Yes.
I know people have been really curious,
Love
and
this
like,
bit.
I haven't found like a great time to really talk about it, because like, how do you? It's not like I've been trying to like hide it or anything. It's just hard to make that space and know that people are actually going to understand and metabolize what I'm saying.
He drones on for a bit and starts getting into the nitty-gritty. Ethan begins elaborating on why he and Nick is not Green stopped being friends.
Some of you guys might know that Nick covered what happened with Lex's story. His first video was sort of a recap of what had come out and an overview of the subreddit of the guys that covered up what happened, and really talking about how the subreddit was making fun of them, and he engaged in a lot of similar making fun of. But he didn't lie. He didn't get anything wrong. Then the responses came out, and they lied about that. I mean, bar for bar, line by line.
Where?
Lying
Where
through
did they
their
lie? Where?
And I think Nick believed them, but wouldn't tell me. At least for something. Because his second video...
The reason Nick believed them is because they showed evidence. They showed evidence, messages, and things to back up what they were saying. That's why they were believed.
He didn't come back to check anything. He didn't come back to be like, you know, whose side is
Crazy
right.
receipts.
He actually didn't speak to Lex once. She talked about this in her video.
Can you name one thing Super Mega lied about? Or are you just saying that to cover your own ass? You can watch the full segment below, and not once does he give a good example. He says something similar about the commentary community.
Because, like, I don't want to watch the hate videos. I think a lot of people are in that boat. Not that they even know anything. They literally get everything wrong. Every hate video is just factually wrong. That's the funniest part about them. Not one hater video has ever gotten, like
No
even, like, where I
example.
come from, right? Like,
No
they don't know anything about
example.
me.
The one example he gave on Twitter was shit, so his others would be just as bad.
Nick's second video comes out about the situation, and he's, like, conforming to their narrative that contradicts what Lex said, but doesn't, like, fact-check any of it. With us, with Lex, with... He just, like, you know. And he continued to conform more and more to that narrative as people were harassing him, making insane videos that they make about me all the time. And this is before I ever had anything like that. So I don't think he trusted me when I told him...
This framing of harassment is absolutely fucking retarded. Okay? I do not think you can classify it as harassment, right? There's some cases where people take it to an excess. You can talk about that. But if you have released a piece of media and people are responding to and criticizing it, I do not think that can ever be harassment. Okay? That is fucking ridiculous. Where's the harassment exactly? If you want, you can just ignore everything.
That's just the way it goes online now, right? Oh, I made a stupid take. People don't like me. I'm being harassed. Just look at all the gaming journals, bro. Fuck off. Or all these wokey developers. Like they're like the poster childs of that nonsense. I'm being harassed. Look at this one tweet I got sent that's mildly inappropriate. Like, okay, bro.
It needs to take on a pretty big thing for it to be considered harassment, I think. And I don't think that that was the case there. You know, Nick released videos that had terrible takes in, were based on strong bias. And people said, this is bullshit, this is bias, and he's wrong about this. That isn't fucking harassment.
would go away, or that it isn't important to focus on. Because I was comparing it to how people treat Hassan, which is very accurate. It's very similar. The way people were lying about Nick was disgusting. The way they were using him in their thumbnails was racist and disgusting. Almost every single video.
Everything's
Yeah,
racist for
without
these
exception.
people.
Wait, is he saying that every single Nick hate video has a racist thumbnail? Where? He obviously doesn't show an example, but it's such a bizarre claim to make. I'm not denying the existence of a so-called racist thumbnail, but Ethan's track record leads me to believe he's making this up. And of course, Ethan is comparing himself to Hassan Piker. What a shocker.
But when Nick's second video came out, he didn't get shit right. He just got shit wrong, and it made people think Lex was lying. And he continued making posts and videos about it when I asked him not to, because he kept getting shit wrong, which would send harassment to Lex. Or he would post an Instagram story that, you know, might not be that bad, but is something that people are screenshotting, making videos about, and harassing Lex with. And I told him to stop, and he didn't. I sat him down and I said, you have to stop talking about this. I said, just stop. He had made 4 videos or something, and I was like, dude, you keep getting stuff wrong, and you're not talking to the person involved. You have to stop. And he literally
What
replied
kind of
I was trying
stuff?
to control him or something. He
Any-
completely flipped it on me.
any
And was acting
examples?
like
I mean,
I was trying to...
How about
what am I
one?
supposed to do? He has backed up your narrative before they've even responded, and he's gone to the hilt for you, and he obviously is struggling now that he's getting this pushback, as he probably realizes internally that he's fucked this up. Like, what was he supposed to do? Just not talk about it anymore? Like, he could, I guess, but clearly there was something within him that stopped him from doing that, that stopped him from just going quiet and continuing. Clearly he had some sort of internal struggle. Like, a good friend in that situation would go, listen, mate, you've got to do your own thing. I've given you my side of it. You go and tell them the side that you think is right. If you need anything, I'll answer any questions you've got. But I can see you getting a lot of shit for this. Look at it fairly and come to your own conclusion about it, right? That's what a true friend does. That is an actual friendship. Whereas this is just a convenience thing, where clearly he sees Nick as an opportunity to smuggle out propaganda that promotes his side, and he's using him purely for that purpose, you know. And then when things are going wrong, he's kind of hanging him out to dry, by being like, stop talking about this, and putting this pressure on him for him to stop talking about it, even though he's facing mounting public criticism over how badly wrong that he's got it, you know? Like, yes, you are clearly trying to control him, obviously.
To do something to him.
And also, this is why you probably shouldn't fucking, like, Nick obviously shouldn't have made the video in the first place, but this is why it's important to recuse yourself if you genuinely are too close to the story or too biased or something like that. You know, you should just not bother making the video. But he wanted him to make the video in the first place because he wanted his propaganda smuggled out somewhere. And Nick is Not Green was a good source to do that.
And I was like so defeated, where to the point where I was like, you need to like just talk to Lex. Just talk to Lex. I don't even want to have this conversation with you. Just please talk to Lex. And I asked him to apologize for getting shit wrong, for sending people to harass her, whether obviously he didn't mean to do this. And I was trying to be very understanding. And he refused.
Okay, a lot to break down here. Nick implies that Ethan was trying to control him. Ethan's response was to force him into conversing with Lex and apologize. Sounds controlling to me. By this point, Nick didn't want to communicate with Lex and Ethan anymore, possibly due to a few reasons. He might have seen the couple as too controlling. He might now be realizing all the holes in Lex's story, and doesn't trust her as much. Or he was stuck underneath a rock in a hard place, deciding to agree with whatever was the popular opinion. We don't know, as we've never gotten Nick's side of the story. Based on what Ethan is saying, he only got pissed at Nick when he began having his own opinions on the situation. He couldn't control Nick anymore, and threw him under the bus just like with the other accusers.
True.
It seemingly took months for Nick to fully realize how much he fucked up.
Lex sent him a very long text, it's in her video, begging him to communicate. And that was after he like started drama unnecessarily, got shit wrong without listening, and eventually he told me it was just too stressful. He said, I can't even talk about this with you guys because it's so stressful for me. And I sent him like the longest message. I was like, dude, like I'm just telling you you're wrong for this. And it was a very long message about like, you know, the shit that Lex had gone through, the shit that I had gone through, and that had never been put on him. Not once, even when we could have. But his pushback was put on us because we had a problem with why he was getting it, which was him getting shit wrong. And all I wanted was to communicate. All I wanted was to communicate.
How's it going? Eden is so pretty.
Hey, just talk. And it was too much.
From the sounds of it, you did not want him to have a conversation. You wanted to reassert dominance over him. You wanted him to be your puppet, your spin doctor. I don't like Nick, but the dude got fucked over, man. Because by the end of 2023, Nick was genuinely trying to accost for his mistakes, which Ethan rants about.
He made another video about it where he apologized to the guys that covered it up by name. Didn't mention Lex's name once, calls her the victim. And he's apologizing for starting drama when it was about how they covered up sexual assault. And that, I mean, fucking... It made people think Lex was completely making up an entire fucking fabricated story to cancel YouTubers. When that is not even close to what happened. It couldn't be further from the truth. And that couldn't be further from something Lex would want
Do
to
we
do.
upgrade this or not?
Pretty sure it was a live stream that did that. Also this.
We can keep watching it. I don't think anyone minds letting this loop on repeat. We could just let this go.
Oh, and Ethan thinks that bit from Nick was justified.
People were praising him for the vid. Yeah, annoying commentary watchers and liars were saying this is such a good video because you apologized to the guys that I like. And apologized for, you know, hurting their feelings, I guess. He literally apologized for playing the GIF of fucking Matt Watson getting punched in the face. You're really apologizing for that? He's a rape apologist.
Yes! He's a rape apologist! Yes, because it shows you're massively biased. And you're giving the game away that you don't actually care about it. You just want to shit on these guys because your friends told you to, basically. You know? Yes. It's so funny that he doesn't even get why that's a problem. It's just, it's absurd. It's obviously absurd to think that that's a reasonable thing to do if you're trying to do a fair piece on a given situation.
Play it 10 times, 100 times. I can't be friends with people who are that, like, easy to fold.
Says the guy who made this tweet. The rest of the stream is just Ethan victimizing himself, bringing up the hate he got from the Alex Rosen drama.
I've obviously, like, deleted a bunch of old shit. Not videos or anything, just, like, I deleted all my TikToks. I deleted a lot of Instagram posts. Partially because people were brigading them, calling me a fucking pedophile, which is disgusting and completely wrong and literally a lie.
Didn't stop you from calling Alex a pedo though, huh? Oh, and a troll came in to mess with Ethan and spam Fish Tank Live buzzwords.
Fish Tank Live? Season 3? What even is that? You're literally like, my favorite loser podcast that reports on random YouTube drama is gonna love this in a month, I guess. Like, do you even know what I'm about to talk about? You don't. Thank you, iFunny. Jimmy fucks dogs. John Tent Forever.
Dude.
JJJ.
Oh my
Vertical
god,
Bar-
dude, this, where he gets trolled by the... Yes! Dude, this was brilliant content. This is great. Getting trolled by random one guy shitters.
Dude.
Woman after my own hearts.
Chatter, take your meds, dude. Like, seriously. My most stable hater. I need to ban... Okay, so because he's literally, I think, sick. Get better. It's over. You failed.
Fuck it.
You really are
We'll see what
he
the
said.
second part is.
Apparently, there's another stream he did where he watches Fish Tank live clips. It's lost, but if anyone has recordings of that, please send them my way. A week later on July 16th, YouTuber and streamer Lyrics begin sifting through a few Ethan VODs live. He's met with a clip where Ethan and Lex basically call Turkey Tom and Destiny pedophiles, as if Ethan hasn't learned his lesson yet.
Can they unpunish Ed? Bro, how long has he been on this crusade?
Got. Just
Okay, this is getting better and better all the
No wonder
time.
he's such a big Destiny fan now. He's just hopping pedophile to pedophile.
He just.
No wonder he's such a big Destiny fan. Destiny's a pedophile. Dude, this guy is saying crazy shit publicly.
That one
he begins
sucks.
watching the stream, where Ethan and Lex are playing Elden Ring. Lyric shows interest in debating Ethan, though Ethan rejects it,
No.
with his chat.
He's wrong about everything because I know the random like takes that he has about me. He doesn't actually know anything about
Wait.
me. He just repeats what other commentary YouTubers say.
I've done coverage on him. I mean, if he wants to have a conversation, this isn't true.
Basic information wrong. He's untrustworthy and stupid.
So let's have a conversation. You could wipe the floor with me.
Oh, because I lose this
you
third
could wipe the
weeks.
floor if I don't know anything about you.
Wait, why?
Like how else can I show that to you?
In a conversation. That would be the easiest debate of your life.
He didn't have one, but you're acting like the others are invalid because
Huh?
I made a mistake because they're all the same.
I should just lose the 13 dicks, right?
Little mistakes. Oops.
Just
Look at me
generalizing
go
the whole
unchecked.
community.
Fuck is this
After
shit?
this, Ethan tries labeling Lyrics as a pedo too, so his viewers...
Why am I
begin
losing
using Ethan's chat to mess
36?
with him.
What about
Accusation.
the lolly accusations? Are you like a Vosh defender or something?
Let's start-
You think
no.
that's cool? 'Cause I certainly don't.
Nope.
Lyrics might.
Why am I losing 36 dexterity? That doesn't give me dicks. That gives me dicks. So at best I should lose 26, 13 and 13. Where the fuck is the other 10 coming from? Fuck. Oh, because I can't equip the bow. Oh my god, this sucks. I can take the intelligence off for now.
Time to learn something new.
That's better. Fucking weird, dude.
Nope. Just more repeating shit he has no clue about. He hopped on false accusations
Like
against me.
literally, like just throwing out a random accusation when like apparently that's people's biggest problem with me is like. You're
And yet he just repeated that I'm a Vosh defender.
People like lyric.
He's bitching about people calling him a pedo, and he just called me a fucking Vosh defender.
Lyric soon concludes his stream, with viewers like myself joining Ethan's.
By the way, I was trying to let you know about the Brony earlier when you said he was just a troll because I know you don't like saying one thing about someone then they turn out to be a freak. Dude, okay. I do not care about some random fucking Beckett stream, okay?
He spends over an hour reading random comments made specifically to piss him off. He reads almost every single one, clearly malding. He takes his time to point out typos, as if that's anything close to resembling a valid argument.
Your. I put it out the wrong word. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're.
Hey, Mighty, I don't have a stupid. Are you okay? I don't have one. What do you mean you're stupid?
Grammar Nazi over here.
Over her? Over who?
Dude, you're
Who are you
so
talking
upset.
about?
You don't have a
So
brain.
you.
You're not thinking.
I'm not the one that's misspelling the most basic language.
You're stupid.
Smaggle then comes in and brings up the Big Bungie video.
Still think you should watch the Big Bungie video on you would wipe the slate clean with this chat. That video has
Smaggle.
fucking revenge porn in it. It is a deranged, like, fucking delusion made by a
Smaggle,
4chan
let's
basement
go.
dweller. I'm not watching that. You're sick in the head if you think there's fucking good critiques in it, and if you want to fucking make the points, repeat them. Regurgitate like you do all these dumbass questions. Based Bungie. My favorite YouTuber, Basie Bungie.
Is Fire and Lightning, I
So
guess?
funny to see you, Steve. Dude, you haven't made a single point. I hope you're proud of yourself. But you haven't. Call your mom, yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna look at that on stream, actually. We're not gonna look at Basie Bungie and his fucking dumbass, fake-ass video. For real, what's one point he makes in that video? He literally theorizes that I have diabetes. Fucking real hard-hitting critique there. Coping and seething. Bro,
You can't
watch
tell
my
me
stream
spell
more.
it.
Coping.
You got
That's
bigger
better.
problems.
At least a
Where's the
little.
other
First of
Guy.
all, how is this revenge porn? At
Oh,
worst, it's
dude.
piracy. It's a photo that's
Bro,
posted online itself.
please.
It's just under a paywall, and he censored the image.
Please. Okay, right. maybe that's true, but can we be real? Big Bungie, okay, let's he doesn't hold back. Let's put it that way, okay?
Fury.
But yeah, I mean, if it's stuff they posted, it's stupid to say it's that. What about the other guy? There's a green name guy. Do you remember? There was a green name guy, and he was really funny, and they were getting trolled by them as well.
So who cares? These are the people spreading the whole sex work is real work narrative, and then treat OnlyFans leaks as revenge porn. OF photos aren't intended to be shared privately. It's a business. A morally bankrupt business, but a business nonetheless. Also, Ethan calling Big Bungie a 4chan basement dweller is hilarious. Comparing them is basically the Chad versus Virgin meme. Bungie is jacked, and Ethan looks like the trap image of the Pillsbury Doughboy. Here's a few other funny moments from the stream.
Why did you make your soy friend Nick defend
He's
your
not-
GF? He didn't defend her, by the way.
We made him.
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
there was this Tipster Live with 2 R's, bro. That's classic. Dude, I can't remember the name of the other person. But these are obviously like just stupid. Well, this isn't necessarily a troll account. This is created in 2020. But people that are definitely like clearly there just to fuck with them.
Didn't do
That's
it.
not actually Tipster.
He's actually a trained dog. In a
You're
man
so
suit.
stupid.
Who?
Tipster owns you.
Titty?
Is that you?
A brown guy's. I'm a brown person. What do you mean?
You are a white person.
You're trying to make this some like racist shit. You little fucking snowflake.
Weird. You got mogged by Smaggle Daggle and Tipster.
Dude, that's even better than Glep Shitto.
Smaggle Daggle. That's not a fucking real thing.
That's the guy that was.
It's so funny they don't recognise.
Wish
that's
I
the point
bought
of
an
the
X.
joke
Oh no, I
is
can't get one
You're
here.
saying you got mogged by 2 people that have got ridiculous names and also are seen as jokes within the community. Like this is a classic
call
theme
this?
where these people engage with like the community, but they don't understand aspects of it, so they say stuff that just makes them look stupid.
It's for gear that I'm like,
retarded.
having intrusive thoughts about me jerking off a child.
A Cheeto owns you, Budster. Sensitive Society owns
You're
you.
just,
Yeah,
like,
do you want to
naming
name
guys.
any more?
Dude, how's it feel to be an actual
Smaggle.
NPC? You're just pressing the different, like, 4 button combinations you got.
Chud Logic owns you.
Yeah, the racist guy?
Yeah, falling off
He's, like,
Nazi.
ugly as fuck? Really?
Totally.
Fallen off Nazi.
There we go. More Star
I
Wars
feel like
characters.
if you're a woman that has a pound of makeup on, you probably shouldn't call other people out on their appearance because yeah, you're a fucking liar, right? Take the makeup off, lady. Let's see how bad you look in reality. Something tells me pretty fucking bad. Why else put on a pound of makeup? You know? I fucking hate this, like, the fact that we don't call that out more as a society is so fucking...
What do you need?
You're wearing high heels. You ain't that tall. You've got on makeup. That's not how you look. You've got on fake nails. Like, everything about you is fake, but you're gonna, like, whine about somebody else's appearance? Fuck out of here.
Let them all out.
Based.
Just remember, bad dogs get put down.
Oh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't make me horny making dog illusions.
Ronald Riz.
The funny thing about that is I don't think that they've ever made or spoken about me in any meaningful way. But clearly they've been watching. Clearly they've been watching, they've been observing, and they've been seeing.
Fury.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Noah Sampson's obscene slander, which has now been retracted, appreciated, about me was something to do with them in some way. I don't know, like him kicking off about the thumbnails. I think was, you know, things to that.
Good foreplay. Do I need to put a collar on now?
Dude, come
Put
on.
the puppy ears?
Ronald Riz.
And yes, Lex is a furry. I had to verify that the hard way.
Her job is to be a freeloader. Animal Control owns you.
I own a house.
Oh hey, there's me. Yeah, you know I had to join in. Here's my favorite comment.
You and Vosh should date. What? Why would you say that? He's a pedophile.
Well, shucks. I got banned from this chat, guys. Show's over. In all honesty, this stream is pretty pathetic. Ethan is just sitting there smoking out of a bong, while his chaotic girlfriend hangs in the background and does her Kamala Harris hyena screech.
Oh my god, you're so stupid!
Wait, I'm
Stupid. Average intelligence of my fucking haters. spoilers, dude. Right fucking here.
Innocent people don't act this way. They're trying to laugh things
That
off
was a
and seem
crazy
chill, when in
cackle,
reality,
bro.
They're spiraling. If they were being truthful,
That was
Ethan would make a
hilarious.
video debunking all the lies about him. He won't, of course. That's why he needs his breadtuber friends to do it for him. Ethan would delete this VOD, but that wouldn't
Hey,
stop
there
people
he
from
is.
archiving it. Lyrics review it on stream the next day, pointing out how successful his audience was at baiting them.
Cheeto owns you, Budster. Says it's just
Dude, he's reading these out in his retarded voice and not realizing, like, the fact that, like, the reason people are even bringing up a Cheeto right now is people are coming from my chat, who my chat currently is not like a Cheeto anymore. And just wants you to say these names out loud. They're trying to make you and trying to bait you into saying all these commentary YouTubers' names. Like, that's the joke.
About half an hour in,
True.
a surprise guest enters the chat.
Yo, what is, dude, what is this alliance? It's Mystery Boy.
Oh, what did I tell you?
Ryan.
What did I tell you about Ryan Beard, bro? He's broken free of the progressive programming. I'm telling you, Ryan Beard. I knew it. I saw good in him. I knew I saw good in him. I could see it.
He needs to log off. He's clearly spiraling, doesn't realize it. Him and Lex suck though, so whatever. I'm not friends with Ethan anymore after he justified anti-Semitism and told me I was victim blaming when I got mad at Lex for lying about me. Not great. Let's fucking go. Based Ryan Beard.
The first part of that message is actually referring to a Twitter argument Ryan had with Ethan at the beginning of 2024. It has a lot to do with the Israel-Palestine stuff, but the gist is that Ryan didn't like the interview Hassan did with the Houthi pirate. Ethan is a Hassan dick muncher, and thought the interview was based, and downplayed that person as just a random Yemeni kid. Ryan deleted a bunch of these tweets, so I can't show the entire conversation.
I'm still just as much of a leftist, but Ethan makes other leftists look like freaks when he releases terrible videos, like the Alex Rosen one, so I have no desire to associate with him. Hey man, I'll see you later, Ryan Beard. Don't worry though, if Ethan calls you a pedo, that just means that he wants you to get free therapy. Lol, alright, I need to stop. See you guys later. Have a good one, man.
Based Ryan Beard. This is why I glazed the guy in my breadtuber video. Even if you disagree with the take he's had, the dude has the balls to call out other breadtubers. A lot of Ethan's other friends started distancing themselves from him too, not wanting to associate with someone who gives leftists a bad name. This stream solidified Ethan as the low-power breadtube. He still has a fan base, but it's much smaller and less vocal. More people hate him than love him, as seen by the amount of views the average hate video gets. It's incredibly easy to milk content from this guy.
Okay, I hope he's gonna. Okay. Okay, he's gonna get to the transition stuff. Okay, that's good. Because I'm like, well, I think a big part of the story is the transition, right? He's now transitioned to be a woman, apparently, allegedly. So I think he's gonna get into that. But yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know what kind of content he's doing now. We've taken a look at himself.
As he'll always give an over-the-top reaction to any form of criticism he gets. In June, the reason why Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch was finally revealed. Former Twitch director of strategic partnerships, Cody Connors, tweeted, he got banned because he got caught sexing a minor in the then-existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang. The doc would deny this at first, and it would take a few more days for him to partially confess. The issue some had is that many big influencers were too quick to automatically label him as a pedo before the confession. This was labeled as a double standard, as some of these same influencers weren't as quick to condemn Ava Chris Tyson, leading to drama. Now, many of the individuals accused of this double standard were able to disprove this notion, but others were caught red-handed. One of those individuals being Ethan is Online, who made multiple tweets shitting on Dr. Disrespect days before the confession. He even got into an argument with Alex Silverstein, which were just pointless back and forth.
Oh, caught red-handed with double standards. Not good. Not good. You've been found out. You've been found out. Funny. You don't want to call out a trans person who's been accused of inappropriate behavior of minors. Very interesting. Very interesting. Cis male, you're good to go before it's even proven or he's admitted. Or Chris Tyson. We'll see. But I'm guessing it's all transphobia.
Now, he was obviously justified in shitting on the doc, but he didn't give the same energy when Ava was accused of buying lolly art and sending sexually inappropriate messages to minors. On July 20th, a few days after his stream with Lex, Ethan would discuss the topic live, giving this reaction to the mere mention of the allegations.
Thoughts on the Chris Tyson allegations? There are no fucking Chris Tyson allegations. What do you mean by that?
Oh!
The fuck? Allegations of what?
I mean, okay, well, I was going to say, to be fair, this was like before it all kicked off. This was, I think I remember this actually, I think I might have covered this. This was before it all kicked off, but this video had all the information in. All the information was there, if it's the one I'm thinking of, to enable you to condemn Chris Tyson. I think maybe they genuinely didn't know, and I could say that if that were the case, but I think that this video should convince you. If it doesn't, you're being totally, insanely biased.
Before starting this video,
Dude, this is not... Oh my god. This is insane. This is a random channel with 9,000 subscribers. This video will make you hate Chris Tyson. It's only 7 minutes.
Ethan skips through the video made by Adrox, which helped bring the allegations against Ava mainstream.
So, the synopsis is... Ava used to like... Stop skipping? No, because the synopsis of the video is Ava used to like Shadman in 2017. I don't need to look at a bunch of his fucking Nazi pedophile art to go fucking figure that out. That's gross. Don't watch that fucking dog shit video. It's so bad. Such an awful, fucking terribly formatted video. Literally the worst fucking YouTube video I've seen in a long time.
The video was fine. It was just a short commentary video from a small YouTuber going over the stuff. Most of it was just showing the information. You know.
When someone goes, "Oh, don't watch that video," I'm like, maybe I should watch it. Especially when some unhinged lunatic like this guy. It's like, bro, you're not helping your case.
But that indeed. So it's classic, like, oh.
Don't watch the video. Trust me, bro. Fuck
What are
off.
you about? I got no clue what you're talking about.
I trust you as far as I can throw you, and see, you seem a little chubby, so I can't throw you that far.
If you genuinely want to give it a swerve, then don't talk about it at all. But it's so crazy to go so hard at Dr. Disrespect, and then to decide to talk about this, when you could just ignore it, if you wanted to, still a bit cringe, but whatever, and then you sweep so hard. Like, what? You better stop talking about it.
Literally just to be like, Mr. Beast's friend 7 years ago had some inappropriate tweets that were a really bad look. You're avoiding the video? That's the whole point. What am I avoiding? What am I avoiding?
You're avoiding the main topic and trying to excuse Ava's behavior by saying it happened 7 years ago. Dr. Disrespect messaged that minor 7 years ago. Does that make it okay then, Ethan? This is the double standard. I mean, Ethan will basically call other people pedophiles, but when there's evidence against Ava, he avoids addressing it. He even chastises Aerox for showing censored Shadman art, as if Ava didn't repost it herself uncensored.
Kaikrai, thank you for the prime. Do not post these! Oh my god, why are you posting this Nazi pedophiles art?
A chatter hilariously named I Get Blacked.
Yes!
Arguing with Ethan,
Yes!
mentioning how he was dodging the topic at hand.
Yes, I get blacked. I get blacked. This was the person. Which one of you is this? I get blacked. That was it. That was. See, I told you, green name, funny green name. I get blacked.
I'm literally discussing the video, which is so funny. I don't need to see the whole thing. It's bad. It's a bad video. Chris has liked images with underage characters. Bro, you were talking about a Nazi pedophile artist that was like massively popular on YouTube at the time. I'm sorry. It was fucking 7 years
Everyone was doing it. Everyone was doing it. Yeah, but not to the level that Chris Tyson was.
ago. Showing it to me is fucking gross. I don't want to see it. It's irrelevant.
Oh, Ava loves jerking off to underage characters? That's just irrelevant. Who cares? That's not going to hurt anybody. His bias towards Ava is pretty apparent, as I Get Blacked points out that he follows her on Twitter.
Since this time, Chris transitioned and is now Ava. To give you an idea of how
I'll
fucking
tell you what it is. Ethan doesn't want to miss out on the transition tips. Ethan is like, ooh, I'm getting some good insights following Ava Tyson. I'm getting some good ideas about how to do my hair and how to dress. I don't want to miss out on that. So no, I'm not going to cut them off.
So no, this was! Stop being defensive. You follow Chris on Twitter. Dude, this was a completely different time. I was in high school when this happened. I had no idea who fucking Mr. Beast was, and neither did Mr. Beast. He wasn't even around. What are you saying? Yeah, your username, by the way, is I Get Blacked. You're also fucking weird as fuck for that. Only weird that videos like this only came up after she came out as trans? Yeah.
Ethan is biased towards Ava because she is one of the most well-known transgender influencers on the internet. She was part of a YouTube channel that has over 300 million subscribers, being the best friend of
What the?
transgender influencers on the internet. She was part of a YouTube channel that has.
What is going on here?
Oh,
What's all this about?
I didn't even see
Hey,
this.
What's this? This is new. Where can I find the original bit? Okay, dude, stop the thermal gok. No gok jokes. Too many gok jokes. Speaking of which, the trans polycule from hell. DK was a bit concerned about using Ava Tyson because, you know, that's not Ava's name, is it? Let's be real. What the fucking difference here, dude? Wait, I didn't see this tweet. Never posted a pic without a snap filter before 6 months of HRT, so glad I don't have that problem anymore. And a big arrow pointing to the... Yes, dude, that's face. Good job, DK, good job. That's what we like to see. Excellent work. Dude, this is a bit... Maybe this is by, you know, before they've fully come out as trans or something, because they look a bit mask here, don't they?
With over 300 million subscribers, being the best friend of Mr. Beast. She's also taken part in trans activism, calling out Nick Merckx for his transphobia only a month prior. Ethan's bias is because she's trans and she's a leftist.
It shows maybe a bias for reality and 2024. I will say that. I do have I have a recency bias. I have a bias for shit that has actually happened in the last 5 fucking years.
I don't think it's fair to compare. Wow, cute, funny warrior. Downplaying Chris's actions. Incredible. Incredible. You know, but that's not really that good an argument, really, because we don't have the messages between Dr. Disrespect and the person. And maybe at this time, the Discord messages weren't available, so you can't really criticise Ethan for that. So that's a tricky one. But you know, fundamentally, I think you can point to inappropriate engagement that Chris Tyson made that is provable, whereas, you know, you're assuming the worst case scenario that it was a 14-year-old, whereas I think most people are assuming it was someone that was, you know, more mid-teens, you know?
I'm not.
I mean, Jesus.
I keep forgetting how fucking
other
huge that AoE
I
is,
can
dude.
say that what
Jesus.
Chris was doing on the internet in 2017 is fucking gross, unacceptable. But she doesn't do that anymore. She doesn't do that. It's not acceptable. I agree with you. I literally agree with you. It is not acceptable. But that hasn't happened in 7 years.
Okay, then should Dr. Disrespect be forgiven? I don't think so. This recency bias argument is stupid for multiple reasons, though, as some of these tweets are from 5 years ago, and some of the accusations against her are from the past couple of years. This
It's
recency
almost
bias
like, you know, he wants to say, you're making that argument. It feels like he wants to make that argument, but recognise he sounds like a total nonce if he does, right? But it's like, you're not arguing about the nature of what they did, you're arguing about specifically the time frame. It was a long time ago. So, okay, they were both a long time ago. So what then? Well, then he would have to make the argument that he doesn't view Ava's actions as egregious as Dr. Disrespect. But he's obviously not willing to do that. You know, he kind of prods it a bit. But yeah.
applies to people Ethan likes, as it doesn't apply to other individuals we've talked
Also,
about.
it's not even true that the Shadman stuff is more recent as well. It wasn't even that long ago. There's more recent examples of them having engaged with Shadman shit. Anyway.
I mean, the most popular video on his second channel has him calling Matt Walsh a pedophile, for stuff he said
I
11
mean, it
years
just, you know, it just seems obvious. I think it's one of those things where, like, you can get into it and you can talk about the differences and stuff like that. I just think it's extremely obvious, very
Get
plain.
rigged. Damn.
You know, Ethan is online, went after Dr. Disrespect because they were a chud doing the wrong thing, right? Who they could get on the pedo stuff, but they didn't want to say the same thing about Chris Tyson because
Low level as fuck.
trans women are getting attacked and unfairly transphobically, you know? There's loads of this. I obviously had a debate with that, on Twitter at least, with Big Joel about this exact fact, you know? Who was arguing, like, I was just making the point that if Ava Tyson is soliciting sexual, it was actually being a debate pedo, to be honest with you. But it's like, if Ava Tyson is looking at the Shadman stuff, I mean, I don't know what other purpose you could look at it for beyond, you know, like why is he? Why is he?
That hasn't been this mechanism.
Zip, zip. She? Why is she? Male, 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 he. Why are they so interested in the Shadman stuff? I don't see any other reason beyond at least some sort of sexual arousal or pleasure or something.
I'm glad I didn't see any of the Shadman
They
shit,
are
dude.
eliciting some level of sexual arousal or pleasure from
Somehow I missed all of that,
child.
which I am kind of thankful for.
You know,
That shit
it's
is
just
wild.
debate pedophilia. But there was loads of that going around, you know. And don't forget as well, the sweeping on the YouTube drama subreddit was utterly insane. They were going crazy trying to sweep this away. Like that video that Ethan was watching there, that got swept when it first got posted. I posted about all of this at the time. You know, they were taking down threads, deleting threads. There was a massive sweep job happening across the board. Yes, they were deleting perfectly reasonable posts talking about this.
Coming soon.
So it wasn't just Ethan. I'm not saying
That's
that to
funny.
downplay it, but I'm just pointing out that, like, progressives did a massive sweep job on this at first, you know, and it was only at the last possible moment and opportunity that a lot of them started to turn on this, you know. Very cringe.
Years ago. And for context, Matt made a blog post back in 2013 saying that 16-year-olds are the most fertile and should be impregnated. I'm not going to defend that. I actually agree
Whoa!
with some of
Wait,
Ethan
what?
saying that 16
Hang on a sec. What's going on here?
That came out of left field.
I don't care what he says. If you're going to tell me it's different, well, then now, come for the first 10,000 years of human civilization, that's the way it was. It's just recently where all of a sudden we're all redacted until we're 25. I mean, there's probably a point in between, isn't there? Between that and 25. Like, I don't know, 18, 21, something like that. Also, this is like an I don't know what the right terminology for this is. but arguing from a perspective of, oh, we've done it in the past though. Well, yeah, there's lots of things we did in the past which we've moved on from because we've recognised that they're bad. Do you know what I mean? We used to shit in the streets. We used to shit in the streets. We're like, okay, maybe we want to build a system with which we can have a sewage system, say, or something. History cucked or something. Yeah, it's just this stupid argument from history, and it's like, we've modernised a lot of aspects of our life, and one of those is recognising that up to a certain point, there's diminished ability to consent to certain things, and that's just, you know, what we've decided, and that seems to be working out quite well. I don't know. Anyway,
18-year-olds are the most fertile.
if you can't tell, I'm getting this is a good video, but I'm just, you know, it's a long react. My social batteries are at a low diminishment, but we've actually got. I've seen this rape. I think it's a rape review we can do after this. I've not done a proper rape review on new material for a while, so that's going to perk me up, I'm sure.
I'm not going to defend that. I actually agree with some of Ethan's criticisms of him. I bring this up because he reveals contradictory logic to the recency bias point.
I think you should absolutely give people the benefit of the doubt that they have changed when you see them have an old take. It's a bad take. But when you dig up something from 15 years ago on Matt Walsh and it's still perfectly in line with his worldview and there's no evidence that he's ever changed.
Dude, I do not fucking believe that Matt Walsh would stand by that today. That's ridiculous. How old is Matt Walsh now? Dude, that's insane. I mean, you know, you could undermine his point by talking about his fucking trans face, presumably, if he really wanted to fucking back that take up. Mid-20s edgelord posting is what it sounds like. I don't know.
Changed, and he still thinks that way, and you can reasonably assume that he still thinks that way, and he's publicly saying these kinds of things. It doesn't matter how old it is. He might as well have said that fucking clip yesterday because he's the same stupid incel.
Whoa! Look at the door.
How are the Surfs doing? Hey, I feel like they've really fallen off, haven't they? I mean, I don't really hear much about them anymore, to be honest with you. What are they, still in the doldrums or a few hundred viewers? Is that what they're dealing with?
And I agree with that, though calling a married man with kids an incel is stupidly funny. But he clearly doesn't use that same logic of people like Alex Rosen, who have changed. Yet Ethan still criticized him for things he's done in his past. And with Ava, it's still reasonable to assume she's still into Lolly. I mean, there's no proof otherwise. That's Ethan's own logic. Ethan is not defending Ava. He's minimizing her actions while at the same time making it seem like he's condemning her. He's downplaying it. He should just say, yeah, this is gross and unacceptable, and that's it. None of this, oh well, it happened so long ago, so who cares bullshit.
Why are you being defensive?
Ooh! Do you know, it's a shame actually, because Lance is actually not like an unpleasant or horrible person. He needs to up his stream hours a bit, doesn't he? Jeez, look at this. 3 hours at a time, 4 hours at a time. Does he stream on YouTube as well? The Surf's Times. I would presume he's probably multi-streaming at this point, so maybe we're not taking it into account. Live. Streamed 4 months ago, it looks like here. 92k subs. Mixed bag. I call this a mixed bag, to be honest with you. You know, 92, bear in mind 92k subs, 19k views, 6.6k views. I mean, I'm not really a YouTube thumbnail guy, but that seems like you just got a picture of trucks on the thumbnail. Like, that's not going to do very well, is it? 50k, 25k, 11k, 55k. It's a mixed bag. Certainly a mixed bag. I mean, some of these are putting, you know, quite low viewership for a channel that size. But hey, there we go. I don't know if he streams on this channel or if he streams anywhere else, but it looks like the bread tube shit's dead from where I'm sitting, to be honest with you. Oh wait, hang on, he did release a main channel video a month ago.
Bro, I gotta write this down.
Ooh. 1 month ago, 6.1k views on a 66k sub channel, and I'm guessing this is some sort of pre-edited video. Ooh. That is not. Oh, that is rough. It's over. It is over. Unless he's got some secret streaming platform that I'm not. Maybe he's doing some secret kick streams that I'm not aware of. But yeah. Are you going to cover the Jake Waddle H3 segment? Probably. Is someone link it somewhere? We'll probably throw it up after this.
Well, you're just changing the complete conversation because you don't have anything to say. Being defensive. I'm literally saying it's bad.
Room tour.
I literally said it's an unacceptable thing to do, and you're like, why are you being defensive?
Ethan would stop posting as much on Twitter after this, and never gave updates on the Ava Tyson situation, like he did with the doc. I don't think Ethan is a pedo. I just think he's so comfortable defending gross people, because his ultimate goal is to own the conservatives. Oh, conservatives are going after Ava? Guess I gotta minimize her actions. Oh, this conservative catches predators? Gotta sympathize with the predators. Oh, conservatives think gay people are groomers? Nah, they're the real groomers. None of this is productive. It just makes his side look bad.
Wait! What's happened here? What's this? What? Something's changed, is it not? There's something a bit imperceptible in an adjustment of someone's appearance that I'm noticing. The stubble, gone. The hair, styled differently.
He's so politics-brained that he can't even take a step back and see how optically bad his content is. On September 25th, Ethan would tweet, "This edible ain't shit." A few hours later, he'd quote tweet this with, "I think I'm a girl?" He posted some shitty Trump meme and added on, "Wow guys, thanks for so many kind words. It's a lot to figure out, but I'm happy I'm at the point where I can make jokes like this online. Was the edible laced with estrogen? See, the fact that I wish I did makes me think a bit. I expect that from a psychedelic, not an edible. Okay, to be fair, the edible only made me want to shitpost about it. I realized it over a long period of time. Anyone following Ethan's activities like myself had already predicted something like this would happen. When back in July, some guy rudely asked, "Who groomed you into becoming a troon?" Which Ethan stupidly replied with, "Joe Biden." In early September, Beazle posted a screenshot from a Twitch stream where Ethan was wearing makeup. I quote with
Okay, Rob was cooking here. I was thinking earlier, God, Rob likes to suck himself off his own tweets. But I gotta be real, he's cooking here. This is pretty good. I mean, dude, oh, they look the same. I can't tell who's who. Dude, that is absurd.
I just thought of the perfect title for my video that I was gonna make on POE2. Now I just gotta get a screenshot of me like lightening everything up. POE2, a lightning bolt to my heart. And I'm gonna take a screenshot of when I'm like, just covered the screen in lightning.
74 shipments of soul cores.
Should be good.
Oh, okay. He did well there. He did well there. He operated at a high level there.
tweeted this with, "He looks like Tom Girl Chris Chan." Ethan would continue tweeting with, "My first official act, now that I'm out, is to apologize for having ever been a man. Please forgive me. I'll never do it again."
Man, aren't men bad? Aren't men bad, God? Aren't men terrible? I tell you what, do you know what the worst group of gender people is? It's men. That's right.
My second act is streaming tonight live and having fun catching up with chat. My birth name is so goofy because it's not gender neutral, but it's not like masculine. I don't know. I want a pretty name too, so I found one, but honestly it's not a huge deal, until it is. Others being trans makes some people so angry online, but the kind of happy it makes me is so real and fulfilling. There's genuinely no way to take that away. TERFs and transphobes are like zoo animals to me. A few days later, Ethan would post these lovely photos of himself, while also choosing to start going by Eden. He also still goes by Ethan too, which is really confusing. I'm still gonna refer to him as Ethan for consistency's sake, and also his channel is still called Ethan's Online.
Who is this cute little lesbian, and how tight is her pussy?
Many commentary channels as to be expected. Can we collab? Stunning.
What
Ethel
the
looks better
fuck?
because you look like a grandma. Whose lost grandmother is this? You should change your birth name too. Bruh. Ethan then clapped back by tweeting,
That is gold. That is absolutely gold.
"Being trans breaks people's brains
my
so far,
God,
but the same freaks went from calling me soy and beta to now insisting I'm actually a strong masculine man, LMAO. It's just so funny to watch them scramble for any talking points. Like you should just go outside, or just not think about how much you disdain trans people for like a day."
No, dude, this is so dishonest. They're saying you're male. They're saying you are a male. They're not insisting you're a strong masculine man. They're saying that yes, you're male, but obviously estrogenized or something. But they're saying you're male.
Okay, it's really a sickness. I don't think anyone did that, Ethan. I think everyone was just like, "Yeah, that makes sense," or that, "You look like a grandmother with dementia in that pervious photo." Basic jokes at your expense. Nothing has changed. Still soy, still a retard. Just because you are trans does not change that. Ethan is genuinely an emotionally sensitive person, who is unable to have stable interactions with those who have differing opinions from him. He operates on a team sports mentality, something I went more in detail on in my RedTuber video. opinions from him. He operates on a team.
I know you're going to do the jokes and stuff. Okay, haha, gok, right? I just wanted to know how much they are styling themselves based on their partner. Like, there's a line of analysis with this trans stuff that someone will style themselves after their partner. They'll try and imitate and copy the look of the person that they're with. And it's a lot of stuff that these kind of like trans widows talk about, where they're like, yeah, it was really weird. My husband started to trans out, and then they started wearing my dresses, and then they started styling their hair like me, and then they started to wear the same jewelry as me, and so on and so on and so on, you know? And I think that's what's happening here. It's like a crude caricature of Lex Updog, and Lex Updog is Lex Updog, so that's, you know, pretty rough as it is. Zoo-wee mama!
Sports mentality, something I went more in detail on in my RedTuber video. If someone is on his side, he'll defend them against hate, even if it's reasonable hate. So if someone he likes has a differing opinion, he feels like he has no choice but to shun them. This has left him with very few friends, even within BreadTube. The only one with the balls to defend Ethan is Noah Samson, who announced back in September that he had interest in making a video on the topic.
You know, there's a cottage industry of videos out there dunking on Ethan is online, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on in those videos that is fucked up, and it's just very normalized, so.
This guy is not unique, there's like 500 of his exact dude. They got the same politics, the same IQ, the same smugness, but you know what they've not got? They've not got his blood cholesterol percentage, they've not got his BMI score, and you can't take that away from him.
I think I'll probably do a separate video called In Defense of Ethan is Online, because regardless of what you personally think of
Wait,
the guy...
hang on a sec. So Noah Samson was going to do a takedown of the Big Bungie video. Is that right? That's not something Rob's edited in. That's something that Noah's talking about doing.
I feel like the amount of backlash he's received is very much not proportional to the crimes in question, at least from what I've seen, such as examples such as this.
As of recording this, Noah has yet to release such a video, and I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't at all. Many leftists online have made it very clear that they don't like Ethan, mainly due to his poor handling of the super mega drama and feud of Alex Rosen. Here's a Reddit post from a user on Ethan's own subreddit reading, "As we all know, Ethan has been getting a lot of shit recently. Like, a lot. People are already calling him a lolcow. And honestly, I'm starting to believe that if Ethan doesn't wise up, he will become one, and it's making me furious. Ethan has stated that people are flat out lying or getting things wrong about him. I'm not sure about you guys, but if people were lying about me publicly and it affected my job, I would do everything I could to disprove people. And the fact that Ethan just does it pisses me the fuck off. Where's his self-preservation? Where's his pride? Is he seriously content if people making fun of him, calling him a liar, a lolcow, and so much worse? It just boggles my mind, and it's clearly getting to him. I know he smokes too much weed, but recently his eyes don't look like he's stoned. His eyes are the eyes of a person who doesn't sleep well, or has been crying a lot. It's clearly taken a toll on him, as he even responds to obvious trolls. In one of his recent streams, he went in on an obvious...
a bell. I feel like I've seen this before. I remember laughing before at the crying eyes thing and the idea. I'm pretty sure I've seen this before. But dude, that is crazy. Even your own audience is like, oh, we've seen your crying eyes. You can't hide your... We, your fans, have seen your crying eyes.
His troll account on Twitter, he even engaged with a dude on Twitch called I Get Blacked for a while, which is an obvious fucking troll. Ethan is such a pussy that he can't even defend himself. He has to have Daddy Noah do it for him, and he still fails at that. I mean, in Noah's response to me, he has to cut context from my video so he doesn't have to address Ethan's live stream of Lex. I also asked a friend of mine about their thoughts on Ethan, as they're a leftist but heavily dislike Ethan. I don't mind his takes usually, but a lot of his videos feel like bad faith arguments rather than actual arguments. I get that it's YouTube, and he also has to try and be entertaining to earn money, but where sometimes he should or could argue points, he instead puts a joke in and doesn't really argue a point. Also, his reactions to criticism on Twitter are really embarrassing but funny to see. Half of his videos feel like he enjoys using leftist jargon, but doesn't quite understand the concepts fully. Like, you know when people use big words that sound smart but don't really know what they mean? There's probably an alternate universe where Ethan turned out to be a normal YouTuber, someone well respected, but instead, over the course of years, he's become radicalized into someone unfamiliar with his former self. Ethan started out as a pretty mundane guy, making pretty decent commentary YouTube videos. For some reason, Ethan thinks this is when he became radicalized, but this seems to be some form of cope. Now, this is just speculation on my part, but Ethan seems to have always been a leftist, and probably watched content from Ethan Klein, Shoe on Head, Filthy Frank, and iDubbbz back in the day. He liked edgy humor, and thought making fun of SJWs was based. What probably changed was the 2020 US election, which is when BreadTube had his resurgence. Ethan started becoming more and more political, soon doing it to join the Cool Kids Club, aka BreadTube. To seem mature, he looks down upon the old edgy content he used to love, even though he's just as immature as ever. He became safe edgy, making jokes that would never piss off his audience. This has led to his content becoming stale, as he cares more about sharing pretentious messages instead of entertaining everyone as a whole. He specifically caters to an echo chamber, an audience just as radical as him. Some broke away due to his poor handling of drama, while those who have stayed are just as delusional as Ethan is. And this has led to him becoming a lolcow, someone that the commentary community farms laughs out of whenever he gives a bad take or says something cringy on Twitter, and he practically encourages this by not putting his foot down and asserting himself as correct. Obviously, he's not correct about a lot of things, but he doesn't even try at this point. One last thing I have to address though, is Ethan is Online a cuck? Well, the answer is yes, because 2 months ago, Lex announced that she wanted to film some blowjob videos. Most likely this will...
You've got to. You must address this. You must address, bro. What is this? I must address the cock allegations.
Well, the answer is yes, because 2 months.
Bro. Rob. Robert. What have you been doing? What is this? Oh, we broke the sale, yay. I'll be making a foot vid this week for everyone. I'll be doing another sale incentive today for one more vid for this week. Because I'm raising money to
Bro,
finish up my
OnlyFans
food
is
a little
so
over a week.
fucking whack, bro. I don't understand that
Video
at
in a
all,
slim
dude.
Bikini.
That's crazy. Why would you also be together with someone that does that for a
Rob,
living?
have you been giving this whore money? I'm going to assume that he found this somewhere. Discarded in the street or something, and that's how he found it. I don't want to believe that he paid this person money. A sling bikini to do a BJ vid or a thigh job video. Opinions are welcome on my idea. I'll be posting a new set soon, so you can judge for yourself what you'd like to see me do.
It's like, how could this clearly not wife material, is it? Like,
She's sucking off a random guy.
the fuck you want to have kids with someone that you can just see everything from on the internet? That your kids eventually can see everything from on the internet? No, dude,
Lex announced that she wanted to
unacceptable.
film some blowjob videos. Most likely, this will involve another man.
Like,
because
you want to
God,
do
I don't
that
think
for
the
a
world
living,
likes
that's
Ethan's
fine. I
cock.
have no problem with that, but
Actually,
don't
Charlotte
act
might
like
enjoy
it's
that.
like a good thing.
Okay,
Right?
Wait, what? Wait! Bro! I've just been feased. I just got totally feased, bro. No! Is this the end? This is the end of the video. Okay.
Kind of funny, I guess. I don't really know
Wait.
what to say.
Wait. We need to watch that again and let it play out without my soy. Okay.
Online, a cuck. Well, the answer is yes, because 2 months ago, Lex announced that she wanted to film some blowjob videos. Most likely, this will involve another man, because God, I don't think the world is ready to see Ethan's gawk. Actually, Todd Logic might enjoy that.
Okay, they're trans now. Kind of funny, I guess. I don't really know what to say about it. Except my dating partner. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. No more gog jokes today.
Bro. Dude.
Throw under the bus.
I just got raped. I just got raped by Rob's Media. Rob's Media just raped me. And there's nothing I can do about it. I do not consent. I do not consent. No, that was great. That was a great bit. Very well done. Great ending. Love
That's
the
funny.
ending. Brilliant ending. Best ending I've seen for this sort of thing in a long time, okay? But Rob, you have raped me, and I'll never forget it, okay? Oh. Rate the thumbnail. I mean, what is going on here? They are literally doing what I said. They are copying Lex Updog's whole image. It's the same thing they're trying to do, but it's the male simulacra version.
It's creepy. These people are mentally unwell.
Tigor. Oh, enough about my chasing past. Let's talk about my chasing future. Okay.
On Wednesday morning, December 4th, Brian Thompson.
Oh, here we go. Wait, we're done with that. Anyway, that's the end of the react to that, okay? So there's probably 2 segments in that, I reckon. That was fun. Ethan stuff normally does quite well.
Fury.
Probably have some fun with the thumbnails, especially with the original image of them that I've never seen before. Let's just top it off.
No, proximal tangibility, I didn't realize.
Okay.
Oh, fucker.
And we're literally just gonna watch to see what they look like, okay? Yes, Shinji, if you've got the Ethan Klein, Jake Weber stuff, I mainly want the part where he's talking about how pathetic he is over this challenge thing, which I saw a clip of. I don't know if you've got that, but I mainly want to watch that and see that little segment.
The CEO of United Healthcare was shot in Midtown Manhattan on his way to an investor conference. He was shot twice by a masked gunman that quickly fled the scene. 3 shell casings were found at the scene of the crime with the words delay, deny, and depose written on them. Brian Thompson died in the hospital.
Pause. Look, to be fair, I know you guys are going to freak out about this take, okay, I get it, I understand. You're going to do the whole gawk joke or whatever. It is awkward, isn't it, having to transition as an adult and then this is what you look like, and then you got to try and have that awkward moment, right? I'm just questioning whether or not they're ever going to be able to meaningfully get to a point where they look more like a woman. I think this is probably the reality of it, you know? Estrogen can do wonderful things, but there are some limits on this, okay? I think we need to check back in a year and see what's going on. I think butch lesbian, you know, butch lesbian is probably
Jake
Weddle.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Is
But how do
probably
I make
about what we're going to
money
get.
off depressed people.
You know. And this, by the way, is why thank you for the super chat. And this, by the way, is why people push for child transition. Is, oh, if you want hot trans people, then let the children have puberty blockers. And I'm thinking, I gotta be honest with you, as a former reformed chaser, okay, I don't really think that it's worth potentially putting a bunch of kids in harm's way just for the sake that trans people look better at the other end. I don't think that's a cost worth paying, personally, alright? So, keep your butch lesbian look. Let's keep the kids out of it, alright? But yes, there we go, guys. So that is that. I'm reformed. I'm reformed. I'm reformed, guys. Not my cup of tea, okay? Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea, okay? Ooh.
They're praising Hassan Piker. It's exactly what I predicted. Brett Cooper launching her channel.
Now, some of you are probably asking, who is this chick? Where is Brett? What is going on? And those are all very valid questions. So before we get into today's episode, I want to just recap a few things with you all. Now, many of you have known me as producer Reagan.
It's kind of brave to to keep the same show going and to just throw on a new talent. But what happened? Brett Cooper basically left the show on the Daily Wire, and then the producer stepped up. Or stepped up, I mean, is now the new thing. Tim says, it all just seems like obvious contract stuff to me. I assume Brett wanted more money. Daily Wire didn't want to pay more. Impasse. I don't get why anyone would be mad. It sounds like Brett can't keep doing videos. Maybe get another show in the cultural space. This is true. I think the anger largely comes from the fallout with Candace, on top of the fact that they replaced her with her maid of honor. That's kind of weird. Could have been given Brett's blessings too, though. We will never know due to NDAs. NDAs are mutual, and you won't know because neither party wants to say, because neither party wants to go to war publicly. NDAs are an excuse drama people use to create mystery. And anytime Brett could say anything she wants.
That's not how that works.
Okay. I'm just taking a deep breath. This is 100% true.
Oh?
Okay, so Timpool does understand how business stuff works. Tim Pool does know how all of this stuff goes. So when he says stupid shit on stream, he is literally just trolling. Yeah, I am Merc. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's why I was incurring psychic damage. Pool used NDAs as an excuse for business offers from years ago. Yes, I know. And he also had that huge, where he was mediating kind of the fight, or not mediating, but he was like taking sides really in the fight between Daily Wire and Steven Crowder. Okay, so it's all just for show. He does understand, or it's a grift. So he does understand, like, yeah, this is all true. Respectfully, I told you shouldn't speak for Brett or what she can't do unless you've spoken to her. Oh, so Candace Owens has now come in to perform while Tim Pool is being honest. Or maybe his honesty here is like part of the performance, I guess. Maybe I misunderstood your intention when you wrote, and anytime Brett can say anything she wants, maybe you meant equals. NDAs can technically be violated. Parking that aside, and speaking more broadly, I found that the purpose of NDA should be simply to protect important company information. I make my employees sign one-pagers to protect information about addresses, contacts, information about my kids, etc. I've never put an employee under an NDA contract because I was worried about them telling the truth about how I treated them. I think that is at the core of the current NDA debate. Hold on, so to be clear, all terms of employment for Candace Owens, all of their compensation, everything, all of that is, none of that is NDA. None of those negotiations are NDA. This is at the heart of what Kanye was hitting at 2 years ago. Like I said, Ye was making a lot of important points about predatory contracting industries. Where you have, bro, like Kanye West was the first person to talk about predatory contracts in the music industry. Oh my God, what is, Jesus? What is Candace Owens, like 15? What is? Or okay. The ChatGPT response. Says I couldn't articulate my argument about him being racist. Explains why he's racist and stupid. Doesn't reply. This is the biggest liberal streamer man. Destiny's position of support for Israel, like many liberals, is rooted in underlying hatred and racism towards Arab people. Oh, nice. And he's even got the cuck jokes. Good one. Wow. And actually, you know what? Can I just say this? Can I just say this? If I was going to watch a BBC Fuck My Woman, I would want it to be ABBA. ABBA's a handsome, nice dude. So you know what? If I do get into cuckoldry, ABBA is going to be my #1 call. I am going to call him. Okay? So don't be a hater. All right? And also, friendly reminder, if somebody is truly a cuckold,
I have to go for a while.
Okay,
I'll be
and they
back
get
as soon as
off
I
of
can.
mutilation, all of that,